So, did you see yourself going into this direction? I mean, like, let's say the younger you, 30 years from ago, see yourself in this as
God,
a pioneer, like a longevity leader in your own way?
that's so funny you asked. That's such a great question, Tanya. When I was modeling in New York, my manager at the time would say to me, "Where are Blackburn's birds?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Every time I see you, because you have like a group of women, they're like Blackburn's birds. You're always, they're always asking your advice, and you're always talking." And I was a model, that's like, I mean, not to um, dismiss or dis modeling, but it's not exactly something you think about as communication and motivation and all of that. So at that time, and I was, very young, I had a little group of women that other people would look at and go, "It's Blackburn and her birds." Um, I always had an interest in fitness. I had a mother who worked out to Debbie Drake on TV in a black leotard. So it was just, did I see myself going in that direction? No, I didn't see it because I wasn't. It was just, it's just who I am. And I think my relating to women and being kind of the leader of the bitch kitties kind of ties into, I'm the oldest of four children. I'm the whole birth order thing. I mean, I'm the oldest child of four kids, and I was pretty responsible as a very young child for a lot that went on in my family. So it's built into my DNA, and over time the things that I have done have kind of honed the edges of it.
And along the way, have you thought of like what would you say to your younger self now? Like all the mistakes, all the different things you've learned um, to get where you at today. Would
Oh
you
God.
change in any way? I mean, I'm really interviewing you here.
Yeah, well, I'm a person who always says I have no regrets, because everything leads you to where you are. um, but I will say this. I would say to myself, "Oh my God, follow that gut instinct." Except at the time, you don't know it's your gut instinct. You have to kind of learn that, oh, that is my gut instinct talking there. So I would say to my younger self, follow your gut instinct. Don't try to think your way through this. Follow your gut instinct. Follow your heart, I'm going to say, because I made a lot of decisions in life that were based strictly on my brain, my mind, my what's practical, what's going to be the most whatever, expeditious. So I would definitely change that. And I'm going to say something,
And do
Tanya.
you feel?
No, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just thinking about, people. There's a lot of talk with women when you look at old pictures of yourself. I look at old movies I did, old modeling pictures I did, and as women get older, things change. You still look good, but you're definitely different. And I look at that, and people go, "Oh my God, look at you in that picture, that modeling shot, or whatever." And all I see when I see that shot is that I was so uncomfortable. I was perfect. I was youthful, perfect, like women are. Okay, when they're in their 20s, they're youthful, physically perfect, but I was just self-conscious. I was uncomfortable. There's one shot I can think of right now. I'm in these really short denim shorts with this tight little striped top, and I'm really tan because I'm doing an ad for, I don't know, sunscreen or something. And I remember that day vividly. I was just posing. Even when I wasn't on set, I was posing, keeping my stomach perfectly in, keeping the right angle of my head, because it's all about that. Much of it is about that when you're at that phase of life. And one of the beauties of getting older and having it not be all physically perfect, because it isn't, is that you're okay with that because there's so much else going on, so many richer, more authentic things going on than just that. So it's it's a funny thing when people say, "Oh my God, you look amazing." How was that? What was that like? It's like I was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable.
I agree with you on that too. I so agree with you.
Oh my God. I had an angle. I had an angle because I had a my profile's pretty good, and it was really good then. So, and I had the profile with the hair swooped the right way and the lips just pouting the exact perfect way. It's like I knew how to sit to give my best pro. That's young beauty life. Okay, now it's like rich old broad life, and it's way more fun. Feisty old broad life, vintage chicks,
I
vintage
agree.
chicks.
But and that's the other thing too. I think we are having more fun. I feel like I am. I'm not so worried about what I got going on. It's more like, how is the journey? Am I having fun? Am I laughing? Am I learning? That's the most important
Oh,
part.
you're so funny. Our last bitch kitty call, the last two calls have been the topic of the three-letter word fun. And it's the conversations have all been about fun. Like, what happened to fun? When you were a kid, you could stick a post-it note on your nose and stick your tongue out, and it was fun. You ran around the house having fun. Okay. So the concept of fun, and as the telomere diva, excuse me, fun is the opposite of stress, which means your telomeres are not shortening. Um, so yeah, fun is important. And yes, the fun, the engagement, the authentic communication is there now, as opposed to, I'm going to speak for myself, the posing perfect chick.
Everything you're saying, I resonate with that. So true. I'm actually coming to thinking of that more than ever, and really having fun at the moment, but also having fun along the way. I think that's the most important part.
Yep, yep. And I think also coming out of the post P world, we all realized like fun has been in pretty big shortage. There's been a dearth of fun, let's be real. So it's time to really gin it up whenever you can. I mean, um I'll use the word party, fiesta, whatever, and people go, what are you talking about? We're just no, it's a party. Even how you language it, how you name things now, it needs to have kind of a fun aspect to it.
I think for what we've gone through in the last 2 years is almost like we need it
Oh, we do.
because
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
all that cortisol.
Yes, exactissimo. Yeah. So it's time for
So,
fun. It's time to be authentic. It's time for everybody to be hanging out with the people who are really their friends, who really care for them. And that became so clear over the past 2 years, if nothing else. Like the people who are, you know, uh, jackwipes are gone. And the people who were ostensibly friends but got their, butt in a ringer over something you said or somebody you voted for or something. It's like, no, no, goodbye, goodbye. We're hanging birds of a feather. We're going to hang together and have some fun.